a riot at the Dog Park Studios. It's Live with Johnny. And now, here's Johnny.
Hey, we're back. We had some major technical difficulties like we talked about, but we are back, and Coach Wilson is with us as well. But just to regroup, we got the raffle for the Michael S. Falcha, raise money for the Little League kids. It's a 50-50 raffle, and we hope to raise $5,000 and then 50-50 it up, and the winner will take home $2,500. Also, we're going to have a major announcement this Thursday night about jumping in the lake that I owe the Trips and Joe Lombardo. So we are going to make the jumping in the lake announcement this Thursday night. So be prepared for that and be ready for this this coming weekend where you're going to be able to see us jump in. So it is 7:36. Coach is here. I think we're just going to jump right into it. You all right with that there, Mr. Producer?
Hold on a second.
All right. We're still having some technical difficulties. This is where I've got to fill in, right?
Yeah, fill in. Give me 30 seconds.
This dude's got one job. He's got one job already. I want to lose my mind. But I know there's high school kids watching tonight, so I'm going to behave. I might say the F word. I'm probably going to say the F word. I'm just going to hold it for proper times.
There he is.
All right, there he is.
Found him.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you some stats about our guest here tonight. Just to show. All right, we get it. Yeah. The people are texting us.
Yeah, turn off your phone, man.
Holy moly! I love that people watch the show, but my God. All right, we say says that my page cannot be found. Oh well.
It's found.
It's
I can
found.
See people.
Our guest tonight, head coach of the Naugatuck basketball team. The team is 22-0 this year. They're 8-0 in their league. And their head coach is a Naugatuck born and bred guy. He's part of the 1,000-point club. Played college ball, scored, and I was wrong, Coach, when I saw you about your totals. It's 977 total points scored in college for this gentleman.
Holy cow.
Ridiculous, right?
That's ridiculous.
And he's handsome, and you put him in a big box. So now I've got to have the guy on my show, and people are going to look at him and not me. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Mike Wilson. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, Johnny. Thanks for having me, brother.
Hey, congratulations on the unbelievable season, and congratulations on the NVL Championship. I was there that night. I got to see the game, and I don't think I've ever seen a happier group of people. Now, I grew up in Seymour where champions are made. So to see it happening in Naugatuck now is fantastic. But really, it was the smile on your face, the smile on your family's face, and your players. Real quick, Coach, this is a special group of kids. Are they not? They're just unbelievable to watch.
Where is he?
Guys,
there he is.
We're pretty thankful just to coach you guys at times. You know, it may sound corny, but it's the truth. You know, we've been around different groups, and the attitude, the way the boys care for each other is dope. It's really, it's infectious, I guess you could say.
You could see it from the stands, whether they're seniors or even your freshmen. Like, everybody's communicating, everybody's, looking out for each other, everybody's rooting for each other. That starts at the top. That starts with you and your assistants, and you guys are doing a hell of a job.
I appreciate you, bro, man. It's definitely the little things that you get to see. You know, the wins and losses are cute, but like you said, the freshmen and the sophomores and all the guys, like seeing their faces, some of the sophomores going out to the NVL Championship game the other night was funny. It's like cool. Those dudes ain't playing. They're just happy to be in layup lines tonight. And like giddy little kids.
They were, and you could see them even when you took some of your seniors out and you let a couple of the kids in. They didn't run. They skipped onto the court. That's how happy they were. Coach, before we go any further, because we're going to get going, but I wanted to do something. I don't know if you're a fan of Live with Johnny, but you are now. I can see it in your face.
Love it.
We here try to do a lot of good for the community, and we try to help people when we can. In doing my research for you, I came across something that I want to try to help do tonight. I want to bring up someone that is near and dear to your heart, as Mike is a teacher at Holy Cross High School, or a guidance counselor. And there's a young lady there by the name of Aylin.
Oh, man.
She happens to be fighting bone cancer, unfortunately, at a young age. I stumbled across this. Mike had her on the court. They had her at a game. And I tonight want people, we're going to pin her GoFundMe page as we interview Coach Wilson. I encourage everyone to please go to her page and help this young lady fight this. And I'm telling you right now, as soon as we find out that the first $100 tonight has been donated to this page, Live with Johnny will match that $100. So minimum, we're going to take home $200 to that GoFundMe tonight. But from what I understand, she's a phenomenal young lady. She's going through some hard times. She has this GoFundMe page. So in honor of Coach Wilson being on the page tonight, or on the show tonight, please visit Aylin's page and help this young lady go through what she's going through.
That's dope, man. That's
it's
really
the least we could do. So, Coach, a little bit about Aylin. I don't want to just skip past her.
Yeah, man. Please, definitely. You said you were going to pull on my heartstrings, and she's in my heart at all times right now. It's going to be, it's hard to speak upon. The poor young lady went in thinking she had her knee, like typical little girl thinking, hey, and she's a ball player. The girl's a ball player, so thought she busted her knee up, and shit, man. She's 6 months removed from that, and she's fighting for her life. The cancer keeps getting worse.
Well, that's one of the things I was worried about tonight by bringing it up is I didn't know the status of what's going on, but I know one thing: no matter what, to be able to help this family alleviate some financial pressure, which is the least we can do. Everybody who's watching this, get over there. 10,
hug your loved one.
5.
Loved ones.
Absolutely, Mike. You just never know. And so our prayers and our thoughts go out to Aylin, and we will keep everybody posted. And we will, like I said, as soon as you're done watching Live with Johnny or during, just go over there, drop a 10, drop a 20, drop a 50, whatever you can. But I will match the $100, and Live with Johnny will donate $100 to that cause.
Community of Naugatuck has been tremendous, man. Tremendous. We did the night, and the outreach of love from someone they don't know, and it's amazing. That's what Naugatuck's about, really and truly. Like, we're talking wins and losses, but like you said, you're on here for the community, and the borough is special, man. It's special the way that people open up their heart. That's not being corny. That's real.
No, listen, I made fun of Naugatuck my entire life because I grew up in Seymour. Now I am living in Naugatuck. My brother is raising his 2 children in Naugatuck, as you know. And I'm doing a lot of fundraisers in Naugatuck, and I'm finding out that this is it is a special community. It's
the water got us all messed up, bro.
Hey, listen, that valley water, let me tell you something. We're all lucky to still be alive and not have 3 eyeballs. The basketball team, you've got 6 seniors. They're 22-0. This is a special group of kids. And
we got one more.
Say again?
23.
Oh, that's right. I told you I went to Seymour High School. We don't do math.
Peps gives us 19-0 for some stupid reason. We got that 20.
Well, those guys. You're talking about it. You got SA, first team All NVL, Avery, first team All NVL, Evan and Jay Sean, all Iron Division. These kids are ballers.
Ballers for real.
The first game I went to, I was told to expect crazy. They're so athletic, and you can't teach this, right? I mean, these kids are. You can't teach that.
It's different. You're younger. I tell you that. That's all I talk to my boys about now. Is like, when we were younger, you'd get a kid, there'd be like 2 kids in the league catching dunks and stuff like that. Now we get, we've had games where 4 guys dunk the ball, 4 different guys, we catch 10 dunks. It's crazy.
As a short, fat, middle-aged man, I get so jealous when I watch Avery under the hoop and he just goes up, puts it in a hole and walks away. It's a dream of mine to be able to do that, but not since Fisher Price have I been able to do that. Coach, tell me about so you're a Naugatuck guy. You graduated in '99.
Yeah.
You put 1,646 points. That's not just scoring, Coach. This is prolific scoring. I mean. Did you pass the ball at all? I looked. There were no assists.
Ball, bro. I like to pass too much, man. I like to shoot that thing a lot. Unfortunately, I'm trying to teach these guys the better art of passing.
Yeah, I have 1,646 points and 4 assists in 4 years. It was
500 assists, bro.
That's funny. Holy moly. Sorry, I got to take my glasses off sometimes. Rough start. So you come in 2010. You got your 3 and 13s, your 11 and 11s, and next thing you know, your pro.
Best years.
Well, they are. They build the character, and the players start to buy into your program, and look where it ends up.
100%, man. 100%. It was hard at that time. Obviously, people thought I was going to be the savior coming in, like, oh, coach is taking over the program. We're going to, he's a good player. Sometimes thinking a good player doesn't even come close to relating onto the coaching side. It's two different worlds over there as far as playing and coaching. I say it all the time, playing was easy. That shit, you just go out there and give me the rock and we'll be all right. I felt like, now coaching, you got to do something so much different. And building my ways in those young years was telling for me. I was always trying to be a player's coach. And we had to grow.
You're not just coaching basketball. You're molding young men. You're trying to teach them about basketball and life. You spend a lot of time with these kids. I mean,
Sure,
you're basic. You're like an employer, and these kids spend a lot of time with you. So it starts with you. So it can't, it can't be easy, especially teenagers, man.
Listen, if we said it once, we're not basketball coaches. We're like psychologists and parents. That's what I feel like more. The X's and O's, you spend like 25 minutes. I feel like on a season, running plays and going over that stuff.
Yeah, how many
time building and learning about the kids.
No, these kids, they got to be students, they have to be athletes, and they have to be good people. And when they're with you, they got to be all three, because no grades, no basketball, right?
Sure.
Bad attitude, no basketball. So it starts with all of that. And you're clearly doing a good job, because you got a 138-99 record, except for that last game I did forget. So that brings you to 139-99.
139-99. I did not know that record. That's good to know.
Listen, I haven't done homework since 1995, so this was a real. And I went, like I told you, I went to Seymour High School. They're good people. Not so much on the schooling for me.
It takes time to get there. That's all.
Yeah, some people get A's and B's. I got W's. Whiskey.
Z's got me by, unfortunately. I'm trying to teach the guys a little different, but I understand the logic, brother.
No, these kids nowadays they're all good kids, and they need good leaders. I didn't play basketball. I told you I'm 5'7". I was the tallest kid in 4th grade. Haven't grown since. So, why are you laughing? You're like 5'8".
There's a strong population of those guys out there, man.
Unbelievable, Coach. Before we get back into the team and where we're going Thursday night's game and where we go from there, I want to ask you a couple more questions about you. I have one question I have to ask. I got the information. We talked about it. On January 3rd of 2004, you scored over 20 points in Madison Square Garden. What does that feel like? I mean, you're talking about the Mecca, right? You're at the Mecca.
On it, so when I got when I look back and think about it, it's definitely something to throw in the bag. It was a great day, man. We got there early. It was like a triple header. I think we had like the 1:00 game or something like that. And we were the first ones in the arena. So I was up on like the balcony trying to chuck shots all the way down and hit shots from way up there. Like we were running around like little kids in the garden. I remember that more than I do we won. I remember we won. That was beautiful. But running around and being in the garden and having those opportunities that was sick, man.
You're a better man than I, because I would introduce myself all the time. Hi, I'm Mike. I scored 20 in MSG. What have you done? That's how I would introduce myself to everybody. That's pretty impressive. You're back home. You're a coach. You're probably coaching you probably have kids who you grew up with their dads, their moms, right?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's humbling, I guess, in a sense. Like, damn, I'm getting old, and we got our kids way the heck up here right now. So seeing them and like, dang, I've had a couple right now. A couple come through, and it's awesome because I'm a Naughty guy. So those relationships with the family mean a lot. They mean a lot. So I'm able to talk to those kids and be real. I feel like there's no.
Were you a one sport guy in high school?
I played soccer. I played soccer for 3 years too, man.
No, jeez, look at this guy. You got a lot of energy.
I didn't play my senior year because I started to get all right at basketball. So I wish I played my senior year though. I'm mad I didn't play my senior year.
Well, it turns out you were doing pretty good at basketball, so you're all right.
I had to talk a little shit to my guys in the locker room the other day because they didn't know that I played soccer either. That was actually before the NVL Championship. They're like, "Damn, coach, you play soccer?" Yeah, fella. I scored the game-winning goal in the first NVL Championship for Naugatuck High School soccer. That's like Coach Noons is one of my guys. Coach Noons is my man. He took over Naugatuck soccer when I came in as a freshman. So I got to watch him build the program and be underneath him for a long. He was my guy growing up since I was like 5 years old. So I saw his growth in Naugatuck soccer, and I've definitely tried to take a lot of his stuff.
You love Naugatuck. You are a Naugatuck guy through and through.
On it, man. It's in us, man.
I know we want to, and I keep saying we're going to talk about team, but I got to tell you, reaching out to people. I want to tell you the two best compliments I got about Mike Wilson. You're a good guy, a genuine good guy, and when you played on that court, you made everybody better.
Yeah, man, you're gonna make that's good. That's like tearful stuff for me as I get older. That's like tear jerks. That's what life's all about. Making people better, being a good person.
So I'm down Tuck's Tavern Saturday night with all all your guys are down there, all the guys you grew up with. So we're talking, and I say that a lot of the compliments are that he makes everybody better on the court. They told me that you make everybody better off the court, which is why this group these group of kids are such a special group of kids. And when I told you I was going to pull on your heartstrings, I went out and I reached out to your assistant coach, Jamal Francis. And I said, Coach, any chance you can get your seniors to tell me something about Mike Wilson? Coach, these kids, I'm going to read them to you. So I don't know if you got some Kleenex or anything next to you. But before we get into the testimonials, let's get straight back to basketball. Actually,
now I'm putting two and two together over here. I was talking trash to the boys in the locker room because they were late for practice the other day.
Was it Sunday?
They were Sunday. They were in the locker room. I'm like, yo, get your butts out to the court. Oh, coach, I'm writing my statement. I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about statement?
Did you see a crime on the way in?
Someone get arrested. What happened over here?
Yeah, I probably owe you some laps, coach.
And they said, oh, we're doing it for history, coach. It's some history class. I was like, all right, cool. If it's schoolwork, all right, hurry up and get out of here.
Yeah. I would run laps for him, coach, but I would die. So I'm not. I used to be fit fat. I am no longer fit fat. Take basketball away from it, coach. Basketball doesn't exist right now. What does Mike Wilson do? And I want to see if your answer is what I've been told. One thing you could do. What's the thing you're going to do?
Listen, my family is everything. So if we're not talking family, if we're talking hobbies right now, I'm fishing, man. I'm out there living that life on the water,
here,
bro.
Fisherman.
Yes.
Every single person I said, if Mike Wilson couldn't play basketball, what would he do? They said he'd go fishing.
I like him better already. I didn't think I could like him anymore.
He goes, so my twin brother, the uglier one, Robert, he's a member of a thing called Sandy Beach, and Mike is as well. And so I go, and there's just pictures of these. He's got a bass in his hand, thumb in its mouth, and he's smiling like he just got the best Christmas gift he ever had. So that's funny that's the answer. Where's our best fishing hole?
Huh?
Where's your best fishing hole?
Chill out, man. You got to work for that. You got to work for that information.
Can you tell me off air?
First of all, I'm going to confess to you right now, Coach. I'm about to be 45 years old. I don't touch fish. That's gross.
I do.
I am what a 3-year-old would say, scared. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I don't like them. They're
gross and slimy.
They're meant to stay in the water. I don't want to do that.
I would bring on the boat, bro. You can't come on the boat.
I went fishing with my fiance. She had to put the worm on the hook for me. You want to talk about emasculating? She's out in the ocean.
Aim was true.
Oh yeah, she's out in the ocean catching fish. I'm on the deck cooking her dinner while she's fishing. I ain't doing it, man. No way. That's gross. Anyway, enough about me not being a man. Where was I going to? Coach, my compliment to you, because I don't know you as well as everybody else does that I was talking to. The little that I got to watch you seem to be very good at your coaching job. But what impressed me most, little pal. So here's this guy, right? And he's coaching these growing men. His son, who, by the way, We're going to be interviewing his son in 20 years because he's going to have 1,646 points in high school. This kid's 10 years old. He's popping J's at Little Pal like you wouldn't believe. Oh, he's doing crossovers, behind the back passes. Forget about it. But I watch Coach Wilson. It's 9:30 on a Saturday morning, and here he is coaching these 10-year-olds the same way he would coach his high school kids, all in, fully observing, making sure they have everything that they need, paying attention, and giving them pointers left and right. That's a man with character. That's what impressed me most about you, Coach Wilson. I don't know. I'm a father. You're a father. So that's the stuff that gets me,
That's the best stuff right there, man. No, those are the best days right there. I've got I've had kids, obviously I'm a little older, and a lot of my boys who had their kids earlier keep saying, do as much as you can, soak it up, bro. Do as much as that as you can. And
yeah,
man.
It's happened. Mine's 22 years old already. It happens. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, John, you're too young to have a 22-year-old. You look really good. Listen, middle school was a hard time for me. What do you say? Oh, Matthew McLean, good old Matty McLean, just made a comment saying that instead of introducing myself, say, hi, I'm John. I like Girl Scout cookies. You see, this is
that's like something Matty would say right there.
Every Monday night he logs on to the show, and he doesn't say anything except for "you stupid." Every Monday night, he just wants to tell me that I'm stupid.
Listen, that's Matty Matt being pretty nice, right? That's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Take that for the love.
Oh, he's a good man, and I've become close with him as well. He's a great dude, but I like to break his stone just as much as he broke mine. We've got 2 people commenting, Coach, donated. We've got 2 people donated already to Ayland, so we got that going.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, Coach. It's time to pull at your heartstrings again before we start talking state championship with the head coach of the Naugatuck basketball team. I don't see any Kleenex over there at Mike Wilson's house. You might want to. You wearing long sleeves, Coach?
Got some sleeves on for you, man.
All right, because you're going to need them. You're going to need them to wipe your eyes.
Eyes like that.
What the hell's going on with my phone? Hold on, Coach. Wouldn't that be something if I couldn't read them?
Turn your mic a little.
It wouldn't be bad right now. You can email them to me.
Nope. The public needs to hear it. I'd love to help you out, but I can't tonight, Coach. Hold on. All right, here we go. We're going to go in order that I got them, Coach. And Jay Sean says, playing for Coach Wilson helps me develop my game and show me what a family is and also how much he cares about us. That just sums up everything we just talked about.
Yeah, man.
Aiden, you know an Aiden, right?
No, that young man.
He says playing for Coach Wilson is truly an honor because I know that there are not as many coaches who are like him, who care more about the men that are playing for him more than the sport itself. That one we're framing, Coach.
That's chilly weather right there, man. That's
Evan Swanson, who hit that big 3 the other night to make that turnaround. He missed those first 2 threes, then he hits that big 3 in the corner, and you guys just took off from there. Playing for Coach Wilson is truly an honor. He has helped me develop my game to higher levels and is a great person both on and off the court. We are like one big family, and I know he always has our back. It's deeper than basketball.
That's a choker, right?
Remember yesterday when I said this won't be Coach Wilson, this is your life? Well, Coach Wilson, this is your life.
That's a choker right there because ball is not life, yo. That.
Who is this? This one is. Hold on, let me get there. The next one. Okay, this is S.A. Who Kirk's never seen. This kid S.A. He must. I think he flies. I don't think he walks anywhere. He just flies everywhere he goes. Unbelievable. What it's like playing for Coach Wilson is an inspiration. Coach Wilson has always had my teammates on his back since day one. Coach is always looking out for us and encouraging us to do better on and off the court. No matter what, he treats us like family and is always ready to go for us anytime. Or he's ready to go to war for us.
My fucking boys. That's my boys right there, yo.
My buddy Avery, he says, playing for Coach Wilson has showed me what it takes to play your role for a bigger prize in the end. He has showed me how it is to be your brother's keeper and playing the game the right way. So, Coach, as you cry, I'm going to say this. These gentlemen are going to grow up to be fathers, and they're going to grow up to be role models. And they're learning it by spending all that time with you. I know this is turning into a mush piece, and I don't really care because it's my show. I could kind of do what I want. But those are some amazing things to have somebody say about you, Coach. And it shows. All right, we have your last senior, Paris. Playing for Coach Wilson is amazing. Knowing what he did here before I came and learning from him, it's good being around him and all good vibes when we're with him. He looks out for us like family and teaches us things bigger than basketball, especially me being here for 4 years. He taught me how to keep my focus and stay mentally tough. He shaped me into the player I am today on and off the court. 6 seniors about to make their way into the world, and every single one of them mentioned that what you do for them, not just on the court, but off the court. It's impressive.
That's yeah, man, that's dope. That's hard to put to.
I think with the town of Naugatuck watching tonight, and people were reaching out saying that you were going to be on here. The reason I think this is important for people to hear is people are going to send their kids to this school. People are going to send these kids to these programs. And in a day where 4 more people just said they donated, in a world where the world's a little, let's be honest, it's messed up right now. Knowing that you're sending your kids to school and there's role models and there's people there that are going to do for them what you're doing for these kids, it's important. It's important that these kids are learning not just at home. Listen, I always tell everybody, true life and true love and all that all starts at the kitchen table. If we're not doing it at home, it's most important to do it there. What you're doing, and I'd love to believe there's more coaches doing this. I'm sure there are. I know a Chris Anderson. I know the football coach. I know a couple of players around the valley. I'm friends with the Seymour High School basketball coach. I know that there's other guys out there, but it's impressive. You're an impressive guy. You're impressive in high school. You're impressive in college. You're impressive now. That's why you're on the show. You think I just bring any yo-yo on here?
People that a lot, man. I hear the things out there, and there's a lot of good people in this world, bro. That's what I've really found out, man. You surround yourself, you put yourself around great people, and you just try to see the good. I really try to see the good. I grew up in things are difficult at times, right? We all grow up in difficult times, and spread love, be appreciative, man. Take care of people. Basketball took care of me, man. I would be out on the streets, no question. I would have wilded out when I was younger if ball wasn't there, So.
How soon did you know you were good at basketball?
Huh?
How soon did you know you were good at basketball?
Shit, I don't think I'm good at basketball still, man. That's never been my thought process. Like, I'm a good basketball player. I'm a hungry basketball player. I work really hard.
You love the game. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 100%. I love the game. I'm a realist. I know that. I'm able to keep it 100% honest with my boys, I feel like, and I think a lot of people that with kids nowadays, the ability to be real, and I'm not trying to hurt no one, never trying to hurt anyone, just trying to help, but making sure they're having a realistic goal. And
that's where the respect comes from. They respect you the way they do because of that, right?
Yes, man. Basketball is I do believe a lot of people are confused with coaching sports, man, and how they're trying to reach the kids and the messages they're trying to get across. Relationship. Everything. If you could suck at drawing up X's and O's, I can tell you we're going to run pick and roll every time we run down the damn court, But if I got a bull who's ready to run through the wall for me, coming to set my screen, who believes that this is the greatest play in the world because coach is not my back, my basic play works, and it's the approach is everything, And hearing the boys say that right now is like it's hard, man. It's hard to it's hard.
I don't coach to your level, and I coach Little League Baseball, but there's something super gratifying about not just the kids wanting to be in your dugout, but the moms and dads thanking you for, giving the kids such a great experience. And, little Joey had such a good time. Little Jimmy loves you. It's important. These kids, I had such a good experience with baseball. I love baseball. You want that for these kids. And what you're doing, when you're done with these kids, they're going out to real life, right? Some of these kids are maybe they're going to college, but some of them are going to work. Right. So exactly. I get rid of the kids that are going to Quasapak. You're getting rid of them. They're going out to real life. and that's a lot of pressure.
And there's no different levels to anything, man. You got pressure, I got pressure, right? It's just a matter of treating people the right way. If you treat people the right way, things line up. I know that. Like if I treat you with respect, you treat me with respect. We don't even have to like each other. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make this work, and we'll be on the same page.
You got me. I want to play for you right now. When you're done coaching, motivational speaker is your thing. Honestly, people say that. I spent a week, researching and talking and just asking people. I'm telling you right now, and I know it seems like I'm kissing your ass in front of everybody here on the thing. You're not going to find one person to say something bad about you. And not that I tried, but I'm telling you, people love you. When you do a good job with kids and you do a good job with people's kids and you stand up in your community and you're a role model, that's important. People forgot that shit, and I don't mean to swear, but people, you're doing it in the old school way where you're going to lead by example. You're not a do as I say, not as I do type guy. You're walking your walk and you're talking your talk.
Yeah, I try to, man. I try to. I try not to chase the dollar. I want to make sure I can look myself in the mirror, morally and consciously. So being good to people and kids has been rewarding, bro.
It's important, and it's wonderful to be able to look yourself in the face and say you did it for the right reasons.
Yeah, man.
Jamal, your assistant coach. You've known him for a long time, since he's a day one, right?
Oh, that's my day one. That's my role model that I looked up to when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play with football in high school. He was about 4 or 5 years older than me, and he was.
I asked him for a testimonial, coach, and what I got was a small biography. And I'm going to read this to you in its entirety because it's going to take a minute, but I want you to hear this, and I want the people to hear this. So for those of you who are not liking it or thinking I was done with the testimonials, you're out of your mind. So, Coach, sit back, and this is a good one. I read this 3 times today, and I hope that someday when somebody interviews me, somebody writes this about me. Jamal says it's been a long journey being Mike's assistant for all these years. Mike and I go way back. I've known him since he was in the 8th grade. Following his career from high school to college and played in a few men's summer leagues together, and his love for basketball has never changed. I started helping Mike coach freshman basketball in 07, 08, I believe it was. I didn't have any coaching experience, but loved the game, so I would assist with drills and have fun with the kids. Mike was coming off coaching Division I basketball, so his experience and knowledge of coaching made it perfect for me to learn. It made me a student of the game in a different way from a coaching standpoint. Every night we would go over practice plans for the next day or game plans if we had a game the following day. So much that our wives would get upset because we'd be on the phone for hours, LOL. We coached freshmen for another 3 years, I believe, and my coaching responsibilities increased each year to where I was ready to coach my own team as well as assist him. By this time, he got the varsity job and moved me to the JV position. Since then, we have developed great chemistry for running the program off the court, as well as other coaches try to our best handle whatever situations arise to make his job easier so he can concentrate on coaching. On the court, we have this good cop, bad cop way of coaching that works for us. So what is it like, Assistant Coach Wilson? He puts question mark. Now in 14 or 15 years, whatever it is, it's totally different from where we started. I feel like now we are the Jordan and Pippen of coaching. Jordan doesn't need Pippen in order to shine, but after years of working together, sharing the burden and feeding off each other, they became the most effective, dynamic duos to play the game, which led to multiple championships. As of late, we've done good, winning 2 out of 3 last NVL championships, but hopefully this year with States finally back at it, we will be a culmination of us feeding off each other when it comes to opinions about personnel, offensive sets, or defensive sets. We should try, still on the phone for hours, talking basketball, just being there, willing to do whatever is needed for the program to be successful, which is the short answer for what it's like assisting Coach Mike, LOL. Hopefully that's not too long and what you were looking for. Yes, Jamal, I need a drink of water, Jamal.
Good job.
That's my man right there, man. The hours spent on the phone and building and working and studying this game is just it's
It's not
crazy.
easy. It's not. I
It's
can't even
you know,
imagine it's
listen,
easy.
A lot of nights on the couch, bro. A lot of nights getting cussed out by the missus. Like, dang, did you talk to your girlfriend tonight? Da, 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 da. And
Listen, your full-time job. You're a guidance counselor at Holy Cross High School. You're a dad to 2 children. You're a husband, and you're a basketball coach, and you're basically a father to what, 10, 12 other kids? So, I mean, where do you find time for the fishing? What are you doing?
the fishing is slowed up drastically, man. You know, it's not like I like it to be, but it's usually early in the morning, brother.
You just pull over on Route 8, throw a pole over the guardrail, and hope something happens on the way to work?
The pole never comes out the car, man. Listen, 25 minutes on lunch break feels like 4 hours some days.
Coach, I've had you for quite a while, and I don't want to keep you too much longer, so we got to get into the X's and O's. Thursday night, we're going to have a home game. We're either going to play number 17 East Hartford, or we're going to play number 16 Wilbur Cross. It's going to be a home game, 6:30 at Naugatuck High. Tickets only available online. What do we think, Coach? What's our plan?
First and foremost, you know, they just they opened it up to 75% capacity, I was told today. So it's still not going to be 100 capacity gym. Tickets are going to be on sale online. So we need Naugatuck to buy every ticket. You know, I think they're going to try to separate them a little bit as far as who can buy what. They're going to probably make you ask some questions. So anybody who's from Naugatuck, make sure you say that you got a cousin that you love from Wilbur Cross to make sure you buy your ticket or whatever we got to do to make sure that gym is Naughty proud.
That's a great idea.
We're expecting a war against whoever we play. It's going to be what we want. I'll tell you that right now. You know, what we've been talking about, what we've been working for all year.
When we win Thursday, we go Monday, another home game. It's a tough road, right? And then the kids, and I'm just learning this because obviously if I stood up, you would tell that I never played a real high school sport. Actually, I played baseball, but we'll talk about that later. Mohegan Sun, these kids get to play at Mohegan Sun Arena?
Yeah, man, we lost there. We lost in that bad boy back in 2000 something. I don't know what it was, 2015. We got to make that trip up to Mohegan Sun, and
that's pretty exciting.
We broke the attendance record for the boys championship game. Naugatuck came out in droves. I think there was like 5,000-6,000 people from Naugatuck in there alone. It was like 10,000 people we got to play in front of.
Jeez.
We're craving for that again, man. We've been craving for that opportunity to play there. And this time we'll be playing in Division I.
I've been to 4 games this year, man. Your team is electric. I think, you know what? That's the best way. I think we lost Coach Wilson's sound again.
No, we didn't.
We did.
Got me?
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he is.
Got me?
Yep. You're back. Your team is electric, Coach. Like electric. Like I have right here. Your team has scored up until the last game. Of course, I didn't count it, but you had 1,583 points for, and you had 983 against. You guys are just. I mean, these kids aren't just making buckets; they're stopping them. I mean, this team is electric. I mean, all facets.
We're a defensive team, bro. Well, that's what we pride ourselves on. If we talk about one thing, we talk about defense, and obviously, come playoffs, you got to make shots. There's no hiding that fact of the matter, you know. But our defense is hopefully a level above some of the other teams who are going to try to get there now. You know, we've been competing on that defensive end every possession.
Yeah, I'm not a big basketball guy, but I know, you know, you can't teach hustle. That's just going to come. What I like is whether it's Essay or Avery or anybody, a dunk, a three, whatever, nobody sits and watches. They may give a little glare, but then they hustle right back to the other end of the court where they're supposed to set up and play their defense. I like that. I don't like the whole me thing. There's no me on your team, not once.
No. We're big. That's one of our slogans is we before me. There's no me out there. You know, if SA catches a dunk, we all catch a dunk. You know, if Paris gets a steal, we all get a steal. That's team basketball, team defense. That's a concept everyone believes in right now.
And I love how the crowd feeds into you guys.
Sorry about that. Real quick, the dog had to go.
That's all right. Listen, dogs are dogs. They got to do what they got to do.
You know, we talk about that with boys. We say you know, want to hear one of our analogies? Stupid little thing, but it's kind of equates to the boys right now. Is we need to do the little things, you know. We need to do the simple things to win ball games. So I asked my boy Paris, it says, you know, what's something simple that you do at your house to make sure it functions, you know? And he says, yeah, coach, I got to take the dog out. I'm like, yeah, no doubt, man. Like, listen, you got to take the dog out so you don't step in shit in your house, you know? So that's kind of similar to us right now. We have to do the simple things, and listen, it's fun. Terminology relates sometimes, man.
Your kids must love you because your personality, your sense of humor, they obviously love playing for you. The crowds, I love how your guys all high five the younger kids and all the younger kids. Every time the three goes up, they all put their hands up. Every time there's a dunk, they go crazy. I mean, I know you can't crack smiles and you can't go, but it's got to be pretty cool to be, you know, on the court, on the side, you know, watching all that. It's pretty special.
That's what that's the borough. That's the borough of Naugatuck right there. You know, having those kids, having those role models. They you know, the boys were signing like, you know, your nephew Thomas and that. Their T-shirts and they're signing their foreheads. I got pictures of, and as much little kids love it, our guys love it. You know, the families, the parents love it. So it's like the trickle down effect happens through the whole community. You know, so. You got a bunch of people proud in Naugatuck. Yeah. That's what I always say. I don't think I could ever duplicate what we have anywhere. Like the duplication process is impossible because of so many vested people, you know?
Again, not to kiss your ass, coach, but when people buy into the program that you're laying down and it trickles down, I always say shit rolls downhill. And you can see it that everybody's bought in. The parents, the kids, the fans, the town. I see the mayor every game I go to, the mayor's there. The cops are pretending they're on a 10-minute break so they can walk in to come see SA play, maybe have a slice of pizza, watch Avery Duncan or something. I mean, and I love that you brought up Thomas. We're over at the NVL game championship, and him and JoJo go to get autographs from the kids. Like a normal human being, JoJo gets his shirt signed or a ball. Thomas has SA signing his forehead with a permanent marker Sharpie.
Bro, it's so awesome.
I love that.
And his mother's just looking at him like, and I'm like, this kid's gonna have essay written on his head for like a week. And then he says to his mother, I'm never washing my head again. So, I mean,
Isn't that what high school sports is supposed to be about, though, right there, man? That's what it's all about right there.
Again, like I say, it begins at the kitchen table. The community can be everybody's kitchen table, and and that's how it has to be, and that's how it has to go. One other last thing that I did want to mention. Your son, Nolan. What I like when I was in high school, kids were cool, but you know the bigger kids would always be. I like how your son warms up with the team. The kids treat him like he's part of the team. The other 10-year-olds come up to the kids after the game. Hey, can you sign my? Can I take a picture? You know, can I do this? Because these 10-year-olds look up to these bigger kids, and you know, two things. Number one, your son's going to be a baller with all this experience he's seeing. He already is.
We'll see.
And number two, he's learning what it's going to be like to be the big kid too. I mean, and I know I'm getting all schmutzy. Mike, people usually tune into the show to hear me say the F word, make a couple of, fire jokes, make fun of some people, be an asshole. Every once in a while, I try to be a nice guy. So for those of you who are here and are shocked, don't be too shocked. But
sure.
I love it, and I try to put on like I'm not an impressed type of guy, but you're doing a great job, and it's
I appreciate it because I'd be lying to say that some days at the end of the year it's hard, it's tiring. At the end of the year I'm like, I'm done. I'm not coming back. It's all over with.
Mike, I gotta do it. I gotta do this show 1 hour a week, and I don't know how to do it. You, 2 kids, a wife, a full-time job, basketball coach. For real, like, shouldn't you be sleeping right? Am I keeping you from slumber? You know what I mean?
No,
holy shit.
It's close. It's been close, homie.
Who you kidding? You're going to hang up the phone, turn on ESPN, and try to do some plays while you're sitting at the table. Real quick.
I film is my crazy butt will do. I'm not watching film tonight.
Brian Cervone says that Naugatuck knew you were good since you were 8 years old.
Brian Chevron, baby. You know what I'm saying? Kiwanis, he's been with me since day one. It's everywhere, man. It's so awesome. The Cervones are Naugatuck legacy. They're Naughty basketball family. Both Brian and Craig.
Since he's commenting, tell me the truth. How good was Maddie McLean?
Matty McClain was nice. I mean, he was older than me, obviously, but Matty, listen.
He says obviously.
I don't even. It's hard for me to kind of say it right now because Matty gonna be talking hella. Matty was the real deal, man. He was the real deal. That was a big bruising man right there. Him and I think it was him and Keith. They were before me, but him and Keith were. They're part of the fam. They got it going, and that's why you see Matty and like Keith Rado. He doesn't come as often, but he's always reaching out and the reach outs that I get from people is just insane, man. It
is cool. You see your legacy players, your old guys. They all, that group of guys. They all walk in. They all watch the game together, and it's I went. It's great.
And there's Sunday, Matty's like I'm yelling at the Crosby kids, get out my way. Matty want to see that ball game, man. Him and Joey over there wilding out.
That crowd got a little. There was a couple of times I thought it was going to bubble over, but it was pretty fun to watch, man. I think once Avery, once they got down the other end and he had that one dunk and was basically like the other team was like, yeah, we're screwed. It wasn't great. Before we go, basketball team, who does Mike Wilson root for in his spare time?
NBA's the Bulls. I fell in love with Michael Jordan when I was younger, so I'm still a Bulls fan. But I don't think I'm a fan like that anymore, man. I love hoops. Always watching, just watching who's the player, studying.
Who's your baseball team?
Yankees, baby. Who's your team?
New York Mets.
Say it.
New York Mets.
The best team in baseball, as I like to call them. But listen, it's all right. The Yankees are the minor league team. But I understand.
No, I heard you.
Who's your football team?
That's a hard question to answer.
Deep breath. He's gonna say like
Miami Dolphins.
You swear to God? You hear what he said?
Did he say the Dolphins?
Say it again.
Say it again.
It's hard to get it out of my mouth, man. The Miami Dolphins.
Coach, I am a lifelong Miami Dolphin fan.
Listen, that's
I know we're on Zoom, but look me in the face. We just became best friends.
Now I know two Dolphins
We share a
fans.
very common bond. If you're still a Fins fan for the same age, bro, we suffer in that same pool, man.
I've been friends with Kirk for 15 years. He's a Patriots fan, and I tell him the same thing every year.
Oh,
every year in about
bro.
March, I go, the Dolphins are going to win the next 6 out of 10 Super Bowls. And I say it every year.
And I do give you credit because you never let.
I am not a fair weather. I root for that team.
Dude.
I root for that team hard every year.
Yeah.
That's my team.
No shame in that, man.
When I started this interview and I said Coach Wilson was a phenomenal human being, I just want the world to know that I just friggin' proved it right here, right now. He's a Miami Dolphin fan.
Danny pulled us in early, brother.
Listen, man. If I saw OJ McDuffie right now, I'd kiss him right on the mouth.
Mark Duke, baby, let's go.
Dude, the Mark brothers, super duper, dude. Forget about it, Coach. I can't thank you enough for coming on tonight. I want to wish you and all the guys over there. We hope for the big win Thursday. We hope for the big win all throughout. I just want to give you a couple minutes to say whatever you want to whoever's listening, and just pimp it out. Pimp out your team. Pimp out your program. Say whatever you want to say, and the microphone's yours.
I'm not one to talk about myself or my team, man. We'll be out there on Thursday. We need the support. We need the love from the borough. We need the community to show out how we always do. I'm not asking for anything different than what we always have happen. I appreciate you, John, man. The show was incredible. You got a lifelong fan and friend here, brother. If there's anything I can do to help you out, please give me a shout.
Right back at you. And again, two things. We are proud of the boys. We're proud of you. We're proud of Naugatuck. I'm a Naugatuck transplant, as it were, and my nephews and my stepson are going to be playing hopefully for you. And so you got me for whatever you need, even if it's just to pick up the paper plates at the end of the game. I'm your guy, whatever you need. You definitely don't want me to teach the kids basketball. I have a problem, Mike, where I only shoot with one hand, but I haven't lost a game of horse since 1989. I'm telling you right now. I'm money.
Listen,
I'm money every single time.
Listen, that's how real shooters are supposed to shoot. It's actually only one. This is only the guide, man. That thing's not supposed to do much the other hand.
Yeah, I keep the other one in my pocket. I don't even need it.
So smooth. Larry Bird style.
Seriously, I could eat a Whopper Junior and shoot the ball and not miss at the same time. And if I stood up, you would see that I'm telling you the truth because I look about 7 months pregnant.
Love it, man.
Coach,
Appreciate
you are a phenomenal human being, and you just keep proving.
you,
Next thing you know, he's going to tell me he loves Guns N' Roses, and then we just became soulmates.
He's not going to tell you that.
I can't. I listen to Guns N' Roses, but I don't love them as much as you, homie.
You're a child of the '90s. We grew up in the Valley.
Yeah.
Pac or Biggie?
Come on, man. It's not even. You're not allowed to say that from around. We're the East Coast. Biggie all day. Biggie till the day I die.
Dude. Come on.
I got West Coast in me. I don't know.
No, you don't.
I don't got no West Coast love. Listen, I was in Brooklyn for a while too, man. I did a lot of time in New York. You know, we weren't allowed to talk about Tupac.
Coach, good luck going forward. Town of Naugatuck, 2 things. You learned he needs our support. Let's get out there. And 2, make sure you tell the people on the website that your cousin plays for the other school. Get the tickets. Coach, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. I'm hoping that after you go and you win the States, we'll give you about a week to breathe. Maybe I can get you on for 5 minutes just to say congratulations, congratulate the kids, and talk about how great that was.
Yeah, man. Let's just hope we win the second round game first, brother.
Listen, you're right. Hey, listen, we can't talk about the next game till we win the first game, and I understand that, but I can get cocky because I'm not involved. But so I'm going to tell you that you're going to win, and we wish you nothing but the best. Coach, I cannot thank you enough for coming on tonight. Good luck to you. Good luck to the boys, and whatever we can ever do for you, you let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to go to Aylin's page. We already see that there's tons of people donating. I hope they see that influx of donation. Our thoughts are with her. We hope things can turn around. And, Coach, if there's anything else we can do for that cause or any other cause that we can help you with, you have my number now. Hit us up.
You guys are the best. Peace and love, fellas. Thank you.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you. Well, I'm telling you, he is a good dude.
He's a great dude, man.
I'm going to skip the part about the Yankees, and I'll skip the part where he says he was a Miami Dolphins fan.
Why would you skip that?
I'm going to a guy.
Focus on that.
No. I like that he's a real dude. He's
legit, dude.
You see why these kids say what they said about him. You can see, he doesn't just walk in and he's, the guy who's supposed to tell him what to do.
Take laps.
Yeah.
You got to connect, man. Yep.
He's not just a coach, he's a teacher. He's teaching him real life. He's teaching him this, that, and the other thing. Matt McLean says, great fucking show, guys. Matt McLean, I fucking couldn't agree with you more, bro. We did a great job. If I do say so myself.
Awesome job, except at the beginning there. The rest was good.
I kind of told Coach last night, I'm like, I think we might go like 35, 40 minutes. I have so much to ask you. I could just talk forever. So that's what I did. I even know I cut Coach off a couple of times, and I'm going to hear about that from, you. But
when the Zoom audio overlaps.
That's the thing. Like, you can't.
There's no over talking.
The best part is when he got up to get the dog, and it would have been classic television if we had the dog just poop live on Zoom, but it didn't happen. He's a good dude. We hope nothing but the best for the team. And I'm not even joking. He's got the 6 kids, the seniors he's got, and especially his starting 5. Dude, these kids weren't doing this when I was in high school. This kid SA and this kid Avery. It's like you can't teach what they're doing. Like, just as a heavy older man, it just disgusts me that I was never that athletic. It was never
bothers you a little bit.
Yeah, it just bothers me. And he's got some good underclassmen. I'm seeing Katie Berry is watching. Her son, I'm not sure if he's a sophomore or a junior. I probably should know that. That kid, they put him in a game. That kid's a baller. That kid's a stud. So he's got some good underclassmen coming up and ready to go. And hopefully, like I said, JoJo, Thomas, Anthony, I hope the family plays for this guy because he's such a great guy. You were a high school coach, right? Didn't you teach lacrosse? I mean, I
coached lacrosse. I didn't teach it. They already knew how to play.
Apparently, you're a fucking English teacher.
Aren't you glad you didn't have to talk to me all night? Yeah, I coach high school lacrosse, yeah. And that guy is, excuse me. Especially when you coach, when you hear a guy talk like that, he gets it. the connections. I mean, across the board, man.
Yeah,
That
well,
guy
it's 8:29, and we're gonna go, but I'm gonna tease something for all you Naugatuck people that still might be watching or going to watch. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna have a huge announcement coming up, and we are gonna do something great and phenomenal with the football program. So our community spotlight thing is really taking off, and people are reaching out to us.
It's awesome.
And but don't worry, next week we'll get back to Kirk probably has more pictures of me. We got some more news headlines we're going to go through, and I'll probably go back to being a ridiculous.
This was a nice break, though. This is a feel-good show.
I
liked it.
I said to myself, there's going to be high school kids watching. Not that they don't ever say the F word or whatever, but there's going to be now the 10-year-olds who like the high school kid. And I consciously said to myself, don't swear so much.
Coach dropped the first time.
What's
Then the floodgates.
You know what I call that? The green light. That's
Go.
the green light. Listen, that's a good guy right there. Naugatuck people or any people, just get out there and support this team, and fingers crossed that they go and they win the whole thing. Dude, this dude scored 1,646 points in high school. So if you Google area high schools, there's a lot of kids not a lot, but there's a few kids in the 1,000-point club. This dude almost 1,646. I mean, I broke his balls and said he only had 4 assists. Of course, he jumped right in and said 500, which he is
Still
right.
funny. Still
But I've been holding on to that 4 assist joke for like 4 days.
I can tell you had that loaded.
I was like, I almost spit it out, and I almost stomped all over it because I was so excited to use it. But Mike Wilson, thank you, Coach Mike Wilson. Thank you so much. Naugatuck Greyhounds, good luck Thursday night. Don't forget to reach out to the ones who aren't reaching out. Text somebody, ask them how they're doing. It's the 3 most important words in the English language are, how are you? I'm excited for Thursday. You're excited for Thursday. Go Greyhounds. Bright eyes, I'm coming home. Love you all.